Guys, it's good to see you again. It's Ryan, DP Marketing.Services, author on the book on digital marketing for plumbing and HVAC contractors, also the host of Blue Collar CEO, coming at you with a fun video that might be a little bit controversial, maybe, not sure. So if you follow us on Facebook, you know that over the past several weeks, we've been trying to push this idea that marketing does not drive ROI. And for a lot of people, that's like, what do you mean marketing doesn't run ROI? And it doesn't help because I'll go on and I'll see some clients with some massive success. Like I'll see clients with like 35 to 1, 38 to 1 returns. Like these are flipping amazing returns. And I'll go online and I'll make a comment like, dude, this client got a 34 to 1 ROI. This is amazing. And across the board, people are like, well, can you do that for me? Can you do that for me? Can you do that for me? And I feel like I'm in this weird pickle now because I would make the argument all day long that we as marketers are not responsible for ROI. I'm gonna say that again. Marketing is not responsible for ROI. And here's why. Marketing at its core is responsible for getting you lead opportunities, getting you phone calls, getting you forms, getting you conversations. It's just connecting you with the customer. That's it. The best that I could maybe make the argument for is that marketing is responsible for cost of acquisition. How much does it cost you to acquire a new lead? That's totally the game of marketing. However, the return part on the investment comes from not marketing, but operations. Here's what I mean. Let's pretend you have 100 phone calls that drive to the business. And of these phone calls, a company has really solid CSRs. And these CSRs know how to answer the phone. They know how to walk through the script. They know how to book the call. And let's say that of the 100 phone calls, 90% of them book. Fantastic. Now let's pretend that the company has solid processes internally. The customer's communicated, hey, here's your appointment time. Here's the thing. Here's your technician. And then when the technician's on his way, the customer gets a text, so-and-so's on his way. The tech shows up to the house, knows how to park, knows how to knock on the door, knows how to meet the customer, knows how to do the assessment on site, knows how to do the whole presentation, knows how to price themselves correctly, knows how to present options, and really wins over the customer so that their average ticket price is high. Fantastic. Let's pretend that this person's a plumber, and when he's over there, he goes, you know what? I'm not an HVAC tech, but I did notice it looks like your system's 23 years old. We have an HVAC department that's the best. I'd be happy to make a call and see if they can help you out too. Now they just turned over an HVAC system. Your numbers are going to be sky high, right? This is all operations, the CSR coaching, the sales training, the customer experience mindset, all of those things, even the brand. Is your brand positive? Is your brand negative? Is your reputation positive? Is your reputation negative? All of those things influence that process, and it will maximize your ROI every time. If you are well branded, your return on investment will be higher than if you have no brand at all. If you have the best reputation in town, your return on investment will be higher than if you had the worst reputation in town. It doesn't matter where those calls came from. Let me flip it the other side. Let's say I've got that same 100 calls coming in, but instead of it being a trained CSR who knows the scripts, who knows how to book the call, it's going to your cell phone. And you're stuck under a sink fixing something, or you're like loading up your truck with parts, whatever, and you're like distracted. Yeah, I can get that, and blah, blah, blah. You're probably going to have a lower booking rate than the CSR whose one job is to book the call because you're distracted. You got 45 things you're juggling. So let's pretend that instead of booking 90%, you only book 50%. But you're like, okay, I'm good enough. But because you're kind of running around trying to get it all done, now it's like, okay, your tech may or may not show up on time. You may or may not correctly input the customer information into the system well, because again, you're under the sink or you're in the back of your truck loading stuff. Like you might not be able to fully process this. You might not be well branded. You might not have the best reputation. It's not your fault. Like you're juggling a lot of things. But really quickly, you can see how just missing a few of these marks is going to mean you have less opportunities in the customer's home. When you are in the customer's home, you're going to have a more difficult time selling yourself at a premium price, right? Because all these pieces don't feel premium and well thought. So every day of the week, marketing gets the leads in, but your operations is what's going to drive the ROI. So here's my advice to you. If you're looking at kind of your financials right now, if you're kind of going through things, you're going, man, I need better ROI. I want better ROI. Totally talk with your marketing vendor, your marketing person in-house, your whatever. Totally engage those conversations. But you also have to reject the temptation to point a finger and go, well, the marketer is responsible for ROI, because it's not, right? Unless the marketer is answering the phone, booking the call, running the job, pricing yourself, doing the options, unless that vendor is doing all those things, that's not marketing. Marketing is just getting the phone call. You have to look inward to your own team, to your own processes, to your own brand, to your own everything operations to maximize the ROI. So the companies that you see with a maximum like 30 to 1, 40 to 1, these stupid return on investments, don't ask who they use for marketing. You totally can. It's just that's not the secret sauce. The secret sauce is operations. The companies who are really successful know this every day of the week. So I'm encouraging you right now, don't take the low-hanging fruit. Don't take the easy way out thinking that that's the trick. Focus on the harder thing, because the harder thing is going to be the most impactful. That's working on operations. This is one of those topics I feel like gets a lot of confusion. And look, I'm not trying to say that marketers have no responsibility and no liability. I'm not saying that, right? Marketers have a role to play. But in my experience, 9 times out of 10, the ROI is best maximized from the contractor side on the operations, not on the marketing side. Now, yes, again, there are times where it does. Everything breaks at a certain point. But 9 times out of 10, my experience is it's not a marketing problem, it's an ops problem. But I would love to hear from you. What's your experience? What's your experience with the marketing side? What's your experience with the ops side? How do you manage your own CSRs, your own booking rates, your own average tickets? How do you do that internally to make sure you make the most of every call, so that no matter how many calls you get in, you know you're going to leverage them to the fullest? Leave a comment below, because I want to hear from you. It's always good to see you. Let's see you next time.